I mean, this week is my birthday week, and I'm always like, yeah, I want to celebrate that. But then at the very beginning of the week, I hit rock bottom. No, I don't know, rock bottom. But I never felt that way for a couple of days. Lack of motivation, lack of drive, lack of energy, lack of purpose, lack of what the fuck am I actually doing, feeling burned out, not wanting to work, even on Sunday feeling the same way I felt when I worked in like corporate, where I was like, I don't want to wake up tomorrow and go to work. And it has nothing to do with the actual work that I'm doing or the people I'm serving. I love my clients. I love the ladies inside our community, and I'm super happy to support them or be a part of their journey and help them succeed. But I realized that while I was pursuing that goal of hopefully building an amazing community where they can like thrive in their journeys, I completely forgot about myself. And that got to me. And then I was just like, what's the point of pushing all of this when in the end I'm not happy with what I'm doing in my daily life? And the only reason I was, not the only reason I was building that business, but a big trigger for me to build that business was to be able to incorporate health and fitness into my lifestyle. And all of a sudden I had a business and a life where I put that always second, right? Because there is always an email to answer, and always a client who needs support, and always a team member who is asking you something. And so I would push everything else back. My training sessions, the stuff that I know I need to do. And I think it got also triggered not only this Monday, but 2 or 3 weeks ago, I don't know if you remember, when I hurt my back. And so since then, I'm still having back issues, back pain around my shoulder blades. And I know that this always comes up when I'm like super stressed. It happens during a training session. But it's not because I'm not able to do a pull-up. It's more so that all the stress accumulates until at some point there is a trigger that lets it out. And so that happened to me. And living in a body that feels just like crap is not cool. I don't like that. Yeah, it's just not cool. You wake up, you're in pain, you're like waking up in the night, rolling from one side to the next, and I'm like, I don't want to do that anymore. And so I think this week was a lot about what do I actually want to do. So yeah, not an easy question to answer.
So what are you gonna do?
I will get help. Because I know I need a coach. I mean, you are my coach and you're helping me. I definitely am not able to put a plan together myself. I think it has a lot to do with if I put something together, I will just not follow through. I would follow through more if someone puts it together for me, because I then value the effort that someone puts into making a plan for me, if that makes sense. That's why I always love to work with coaches. I also like to just follow orders in coaching. Yannick is smiling because he's like seeing me always complain about my training programs, which probably in the end isn't really about the training program. It's probably something else that stresses me out in that moment, and then I'm seeing the training program and I come up with something. So I think you should not take it personally. I know it's easier said than done, but yeah, I think for me, what I was looking back, yesterday when we had the birthday dinner, was the last couple of years of my transformation journey. And so 10 years ago, I got started with going to the gym and taking my health and fitness somewhat serious. I realized I need to change something in my mid-20s. Then 5 years ago, it was the first time that I felt comfortable in my own skin, where I committed to my first bikini photo shoot, huge milestone, changed the game for me. I wouldn't be here if I wouldn't do what I do today if I wouldn't had that like first photo shoot, prep and result and experience. And now 5 years later, I'm like, I still love like photo shoots and helping clients do the same. It's an amazing transformation, but I'm like, what's next for me in my journey, in my transformation, in my health and fitness? And it was not easy to find something because I'm not interested in running, right? I'm not interested in becoming a marathon runner. I was never a runner. More so like shorter stuff that is very intense. And I would like to combine that with getting stronger because I like the feeling of working on strength rather than just muscle growth. When I'm in the gym and I'm working on like muscle growth and like hypertrophy training, it's much different in a sense of I go in there and my goal is to add a little bit of muscle mass, hopefully, to my body, to specific areas to achieve a certain look. And I think it's not a good motivator personally for me to go into the gym and have that kind of mindset when I'm training. I have a better mindset when I feel getting stronger and feel more empowered. And it gives me just a little more edge for my day-to-day life. If I go to the gym, hit some numbers, walk out, and I just feel like, on top of the world. I like that. And I think you saw that also when I was training and I was doing more the strength focused workouts. And I would come back from the training session, how hyped I was, telling you how many pull-ups I was able to do with, added weight. People looking and being like, wow. A guy on the leg curl at the end of the gym was like, yeah, like this. And that's cool. I like that feeling. It's not about them. It's more so about me being able to showcase something that other people then think they can do as well. And I think that's pretty cool, especially women in the gym. And so for me, like working on strength rather than just the aesthetics, it's just a different game. And if I can do that again, pain-free, that would be amazing. But to be pain-free, I definitely need to change the way how I'm structuring my day, how I'm prioritizing my workouts and recovery. And I cannot just push how I'm pushing right now, because it will then, in 3 months from now, again, lead to some kind of pain, and then I'm out of training, and then I cannot progress, and it's just a killer.
How about mobility?
Yes. I'm so immobile. Can you say immobile? Is that even a word?
Stiff. Immobile.
I'm so stiff. Because back then when I was prepping for the photo shoot, I was practicing like some posing, and that was automatically some kind of mobility training. It's not a proper mobility training, but I still had to go into positions, twist and turn and like extend my chest and like all those things. Even like do something with my hips to have like more glutes and when flexing. And I'm not doing that for years now, and I feel it, because on top of that, I'm also not doing any kind of mobility training. So I'm very much like, I feel two-dimensional sometimes.
Back and forth.
I'm like this. This is I can move back and forth, yes. And everything else is a little bit like, because I'm sitting all day long on the desk. I thought like, yeah, I will become a personal trainer, health and fitness coach, and then I will just like be thriving all day long. And now I'm sitting like from morning until evening in front of my phone or in front of my laptop to get work done for the online business, which is amazing because I have a lot of advantages from not being stuck in an office, but I'm still stuck in office. And so I want to change that. I'm like, no, fuck that. I want to change that. I want to build the business around my life and not the other way around. And so mobility training is definitely one thing that I will cut off very, very fast when I'm too busy and I have too much work. It's just like, yeah. I would even like stretch and then have my phone and do something, which is not very useful. So that needs to come back. The strength, the mobility, and then my cardio training, which I'm already like quite consistent with my low intensity cardio sessions, but it's definitely not super specific. I mean, we saw that I need some low intensity cardio. I do think it helped me, but
It's definitely gotten better.
it's definitely gotten better. But yeah, I'm doing the two sessions a week, 1 hour low intensity cardio session, which is like 2 hours a week, which is not a lot of cardio. So the goal would be to test that and see what I'm made of.
Make Dragana fit again.
Yeah, let's make me fit again. Like next year needs to be like, and not feeling like, ooh, I'm getting older, because I refuse to sit with that, with the feeling of getting older or not being super agile and strong and energized and blah. I'm like, no, my environment needs to change and the stuff that I'm doing day to day needs to change. And so there will definitely changes becoming our way. Also for work, because I need to change stuff. We already talked about the one-on-one coaching, right? So as much as I love to work with my ladies, it's just not something that I can do forever, and not in that format. So definitely a couple of things that this year will bring, and I'm very much looking forward to it. It's a challenge in itself.